Are you waking up tired even after a full 8 hours of sleep? I mean that deep, bone-weary fatigue that no amount of coffee seems to touch. Or maybe you're dealing with that frustrating, stubborn belly fat that clings on for dear life no matter how much you diet or exercise. Have you noticed your moods are all over the place, or you're getting intense cravings for sugary or starchy foods in the afternoon? What if I told you these daily struggles aren't just random signs of aging or stress? They are distinct, clear signals that a single, underlying condition is silently waging a war on your body. This condition is called insulin resistance, and it is methodically hijacking your entire hormonal system. It's a silent epidemic, affecting millions of people across the globe who have no idea it's the root cause of their health issues. Stick with me for this deep dive because today is not just another health video. This is a masterclass. I am going to reveal one simple yet profoundly powerful morning habit. This single habit can dramatically reset your body's sensitivity to insulin, stabilize your blood sugar, and begin the crucial process of bringing your hormones back into balance. This isn't just about preventing diabetes. This is about reclaiming your energy, your focus, your mood, and your metabolic health for good. Welcome back to Diabetes Medic. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Dr. Frank Maxwell, and my mission is to break down complex medical science into clear, actionable strategies that you can use to take back control of your health. Today we are tackling one of the most misunderstood and widespread problems in modern health: insulin resistance's silent war on your hormones. I see so many people treating the symptoms. They're trying to manage their weight, their mood swings, their fatigue, their skin problems, without ever addressing the root cause. It's like mopping up a flooded floor without ever turning off the overflowing tap. Today, we turn off the tap. My promise to you is this: by the end of this comprehensive video, you will not only understand exactly how insulin resistance works and how it systematically dismantles your hormonal health, but you will also walk away with a scientifically backed, step-by-step morning routine. This isn't a quick fix or a magic pill. It's a foundational daily practice that can start reversing years of metabolic damage and help you feel like yourself again, starting from the very next sunrise. So grab a notepad, turn off distractions, and let's get into it. So, let's start at the beginning and build a rock-solid understanding. What exactly is insulin resistance? Imagine your body is a bustling city. The millions of cars on the roads are glucose, the sugar from the food you eat, which is your body's primary fuel source. Your houses and offices are your cells where this fuel needs to be delivered. Now, insulin is the highly efficient courier service. When you eat, your pancreas releases these insulin couriers. They pick up the glucose cars from the bloodstream and deliver them to the cell's front door. The insulin courier then uses a key to unlock the door, allowing the glucose to enter and be used for energy. In a healthy body, this is a beautiful, seamless process. Your blood sugar stays stable and your cells are well fed and happy. But with insulin resistance, a problem develops. Imagine that inside the house the TV is blaring, music is playing, and people are shouting. The cell becomes a noisy room. When the insulin courier comes knocking, the cell can't hear it. The knock is too quiet for the chaos inside. This is insulin resistance. Your cells become less sensitive or resistant to the signal of insulin. Seeing that the glucose isn't being delivered, the pancreas panics. It thinks, we need more couriers. So it starts sending out wave after wave of insulin, shouting louder and louder to be heard over the noise. This state of chronically high insulin is called hyperinsulinemia. It's your body's desperate attempt to keep your blood sugar under control. For a while, this works. Your blood sugar might even look normal on a standard blood test, but underneath the surface, this flood of insulin is the real villain. It's a silent inflammatory storm that acts like a wrecking ball for your entire endocrine system. Now, let's connect the dots. How does this flood of insulin specifically ruin your hormones? Let's break it down, system by system. First, and most critically, it throws your sex hormones into complete chaos. This affects men and women in different but equally devastating ways. For women, hyperinsulinemia is one of the primary drivers of polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a condition that affects millions and is a leading cause of infertility. Here's how. High levels of insulin go directly to the ovaries and stimulate them to produce an excess of androgens, which are male hormones like testosterone. This hormonal imbalance disrupts the menstrual cycle, leading to irregular or absent periods. It can also cause physical symptoms like cystic acne, thinning hair on the head, and hirsutism, unwanted hair growth on the face, chest, and back. Furthermore, high insulin reduces the liver's production of something called sex hormone-binding globulin, SHBG. Think of SHBG as a sponge that soaks up excess hormones. With less SHBG, there's even more free-floating testosterone to cause problems. The consequence is not just physical, it's a deeply emotional struggle with fertility, self-image, and well-being. For men, the story is just as concerning. High insulin promotes the activity of an enzyme called aromatase. This enzyme is found primarily in your fat cells, especially abdominal fat. What aromatase does is take your precious testosterone and convert it into estrogen. So the more insulin resistant you are and the more belly fat you carry, the more you're turning your male hormones into female hormones. This leads to a dangerous downward spiral. Low testosterone causes fatigue, depression, low libido, and loss of muscle mass. It also makes it easier to gain more fat, which in turn houses more aromatase, further tanking your testosterone. It's a vicious cycle that can leave men feeling like a shadow of their former selves, all driven by that underlying flood of insulin. Second, insulin resistance completely messes with your stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. Your body has a system called the HPA axis, which governs your stress response. Insulin resistance puts this system on high alert, 24/7. The constant blood sugar roller coaster, spiking high after a meal and then crashing down, is perceived by your body as a recurring emergency. Each crash triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline to bring blood sugar back up. This leads to that classic tired but wired feeling. You're exhausted, but you can't relax or fall asleep. You feel anxious, irritable, and constantly on edge. Chronically high cortisol also tells your body to store fat, specifically visceral fat around your abdomen, which is the most dangerous type of fat for your health. So, your hormonal response to stress is making your insulin resistance even worse, locking you in another destructive feedback loop. Third, it absolutely ruins your hunger and satiety hormones, namely leptin and ghrelin. Have you ever eaten a large meal and felt hungry again an hour later? This isn't a lack of willpower, it's a hormonal malfunction. Leptin is the hormone produced by your fat cells that signals to your brain, "We're full, we have enough energy, you can stop eating now." But in a state of insulin resistance, you often develop leptin resistance. The brain becomes deaf to leptin's signal. So, even though you have plenty of energy stored, your brain thinks you're starving. In response, it ramps up your hunger hormone, ghrelin, and triggers intense cravings for the quickest energy sources it knows: sugar and refined carbohydrates. You're fighting a biological urge that is almost impossible to overcome with willpower alone. Your body's own communication system is broken. Fourth, it can sabotage your thyroid function. Your thyroid is the master of your metabolism. It produces hormones, primarily T4, which is then converted into the active form, T3, in your liver and other tissues. This conversion is essential for energy, warmth, and metabolism. High levels of insulin can impair this critical T4 to T3 conversion process. This can lead to all the symptoms of an underactive thyroid: fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, hair loss, feeling cold all the time, even when your standard thyroid tests, like TSH, might look normal. It's a hidden dysfunction that keeps your metabolic rate stuck in low gear. Finally, it suppresses your precious growth hormone. Human growth hormone, HGH, is your body's repair and rejuvenation hormone. It's released primarily during deep sleep and is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, repairing tissues, and keeping your metabolism humming. Hyperinsulinemia is known to directly suppress the release of HGH. This means less muscle, slower recovery, faster aging, and a slower metabolism. So you see, this isn't just about one thing. Insulin resistance is a cascade. It systematically dismantles your hormonal health from every angle. But now that you understand the depth of the problem, let's talk about the power of the solution. It's simpler than you think. Before I reveal the exact morning habit and the science that makes it so incredibly effective, I want to hear from you in the comments. Now that we've gone through the 5 major hormonal systems, which of these connections was the biggest aha moment for you? Was it the link to sex hormones, the stress connection, the thyroid, or something else? Let me know down below. Sharing your experience helps everyone in this community feel less alone. All right, let's get to the game changer. This isn't just a tip, it's a protocol. It's a powerful 1-2 punch that sets your metabolic and hormonal rhythm for the entire day. The one morning habit you need to adopt is what I call the metabolic kickstart protocol. It consists of 2 simple steps: strategic hydration followed immediately by fasted movement. Let's break down both parts. Step 1. Strategic hydration. The very first thing you do upon waking, before coffee, before tea, before checking your phone, is drink a large glass of water. But we're going to upgrade it. Add a squeeze of half a lemon and a tiny pinch of unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. Why this specific concoction? Overnight, you become dehydrated. Dehydration thickens your blood and makes every process in your body, including hormonal signaling, less efficient. The water provides pure hydration. The lemon juice is not about alkalizing your body, but it can help stimulate digestive enzymes. The crucial ingredient here is the pinch of salt. It's not enough to taste salty, but it provides essential electrolytes like sodium and chloride. These electrolytes are critical for nerve signaling and for helping the water you drink to actually get inside your cells, a process called cellular hydration. This primes your body for the next step. Step 2. The 15-minute fasted movement. Immediately after your water, you will engage in 15 to 20 minutes of light, consistent movement. The key here is that it's fasted, done before you consume any calories. Now, why is this so profoundly effective? The science is fascinating. When you are in a fasted state, your insulin levels are at their lowest. By exercising in this state, you force your body to tap into stored energy. More importantly, this type of movement activates something called GLUT4 transporters within your muscle cells. Think of GLUT4 as a special set of emergency doors for glucose. Exercise calls these transporters to the surface of the muscle cells, where they can pull glucose out of the bloodstream without needing high levels of insulin. You are essentially creating a bypass for your insulin resistance. You are teaching your body how to efficiently use glucose again. Doing this first thing in the morning mops up any excess sugar your liver might have produced overnight, a process called the dawn phenomenon, and dramatically increases your insulin sensitivity for the hours that follow. It sets a new metabolic tone for the entire day. Your breakfast will be handled more efficiently, your energy will be more stable, and you begin the process of quieting down that noisy room inside your cells. The type of movement is simple. A brisk walk outside is ideal. The light morning sun exposure also helps set your circadian rhythm, which further regulates cortisol. If you can't go outside, marching in place, doing gentle bodyweight squats, or riding a stationary bike works perfectly. The goal is consistency, not intensity. So, to recap the 5-system takedown, insulin resistance ruins your sex hormones, disrupts your stress hormones, breaks your hunger hormones, sabotages your thyroid, and suppresses your growth hormone. But by implementing the metabolic kickstart protocol, strategic hydration, followed by a 15-minute fasted morning walk, you begin to reverse this damage from day one. You increase glucose uptake, you regulate cortisol, and you resensitize your body to its own hormonal signals. Ready to take back control of your hormones, your energy, and your life? I challenge you to make the Metabolic Kickstart Protocol your non-negotiable morning ritual for the next 30 days. Don't just listen to me, feel the difference for yourself. If this deep dive has given you a new understanding of your health and you want more actionable science-backed strategies to conquer insulin resistance and reclaim your vitality, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. Join the Diabetes Medic family, where we turn complex problems into simple solutions. And for my question of the day, besides movement, what is one healthy thing you already do or want to start doing each morning? Share your routine in the comments below to inspire the community. Thanks so much for watching. Now that you know how to start your day to fight insulin resistance, it's absolutely critical to know which foods might be undoing all your hard work. I break it all down in this video right here on the screen. Click to watch it now. It's the perfect next step on your journey. I'll see